Hi everyone, I am Kayani, and this is Perfectly Parker podcast. So, just a little bit about me. I am 24. I just turned 24 about a week ago, on March 16th. I am a Pisces. I was born with an Aries father and a Cancer mother. Please tell me if you know if they are compatible. But to me, they were literally the perfect couple. And this podcast is called the Perfectly Parker podcast, which it got a little ring to it. I came up with the name Perfectly Parker because I wanted to have a little bit of something that had not only just my name in it, but also something that uniquely fit me. And perfectly doesn't mean that I do everything perfectly, it doesn't mean that everything in my life is perfect. It to me it means I strive to try to make everything perfect as best as I can to my best ability. It's not that it is perfect, it's that I want to make it perfect, that the life that I have and I'm choosing to live is one of my own. I've been trying to make a podcast or even just thinking about it for like the past 2 years, and it's not something that I really thought I was gonna ever really do. I knew I wanted to do content creation. I knew I wanted to one day be a YouTuber. Those were my goals, my life aspirations, if you will. But I never thought I would want to do a podcast. But then I realized I can yap as long as I want to. And when I did talk to this person, though, when I was saying I wanted to do a podcast, and I always thought I would end up doing a podcast with my friends. I always thought that it wouldn't just be me alone, and I always had like a cute kind of name for my friend group because we're a trio. But honestly, I needed to be more independent. So I decided I was going to do the podcast alone, even though I do and I really want and I hope and I wish that they will end up coming onto this podcast and spitting their own knowledge and their own perspective on here, which I hope they do. I really, really do hope I do. It's just going to be me. It's going to be me. Um, the majority of it, I'm going to be yapping for as long as I can. So if you don't like it, it's okay. I'm gonna try to only yap for 30 minutes. I want this to be able to be indulged in maybe a commute to work or a commute home after work or to school or something like that. I'm gonna hold the mic a little bit closer now just because I feel like it was out the way. Look at my little mic from TikTok Shop. I was gonna say shout out TikTok Shop, but they ain't paying me. I'm not getting paid for this. So I hope it was like literally perfectly quiet up until this point where I was going to film this. There's construction in my home. Well, not my home, but around my home. I live near a train. I won't say which train. Don't be weird. But I live by a major train and it just is loud. And my mom, I can hear her. She's on the phone now. Now she's been like, but we're going to push through because I was supposed to have this podcast done 2 weeks ago and it was supposed to come out on my birthday. I unfortunately got sick. My mic didn't come in time. Everything was just not adding up. But now everything is perfectly aligned. I want to start a little bit by saying this podcast will be a clusterfuck. And if you don't know what a clusterfuck is, it's basically a whole bunch of disorganized shit that you just have. And that's exactly what my mind is made up. And that's what I've always envisioned for the podcast, for any podcast I'd be a part of, for myself, for my friends, that it'd be chaotic. It'd be weird. It'd be crazy. Ew, I hate to say that, but like quite literally, I always thought it'd be just a jumble. When I speak, sometimes I speak in tangents. I write in tangents. I am a tangent. This is a tangent. Okay, think about it of a long-winded essay with no grammar. Like no grammar, no spell check, nothing, none of that, none of that shit. You hear that? Too much in the background, but um think of it exactly like that. That's what this podcast is going to be. Now, I already have an episode up, but no one knows about it. this is not up. I wanted to do an intro episode first, but I never got to do that. But I did record 2 episodes already for a segment of this podcast. So there is a growing segment that I haven't exactly titled, but I have a working title called Bedroom Chats. And it's where I literally, when I first started, I just was doing voice memos of me chatting during a movie. So kind of like a commentary a little bit, and just having my perspective and takes on certain things. So the first one up would be, I believe, is Let It Shine, on a growing idea of that I'll go back to my childhood favorite movies and TV shows, um, specifically Disney DComs. So Let It Shine is the first one. It's one of my favorites. I think it was made for its time, in my personal opinion. Um, and so I can, it's like how I think about Jenny Han in in the way which I will be doing that series as well. In the way I think of Jenny Han, Jenny Han wrote The Summer I Turned Pretty for the time that it came out. If you read it, it speaks very 2015, 2016 of it, which I love. It transported me back to middle school, that if I would have heard about Jenny Han's books in middle school, I would have been obsessed with Jenny Han, and I would have loved to read her book series, but I didn't. So it's like I discovered Jenny Han in like 2020. When did that come out? 2022, 3, whatever. The Summer I Turned Pretty came out, which I love. I have to say I'm obsessed with. And as right now in 2024, it's been season 3 is coming out in June or July. It always comes out during summer, and I love that premise that it's a summer based show, and well, book technically, and it comes out during summer. Like, I love when shows are there for the seasons. Like, I don't know, I wasn't really watching it when it came out, but Gilmore Girls, I wasn't old enough to really watch it when it came out, I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong about that? No, I think I'm right about that. But if it would have came out and I was the age I was when, like, Rory was when it came out, and like most teenage girls, which I wasn't, I don't think. Let's figure out. Hold on, when Gilmore Girls was released. Hold on. This is not what I thought this episode was going to be about. Girls release release date. I can tell you exactly where I was born in '01, so I can tell you exactly um how old I was. Hello. It came out in 2000. I wasn't born when it came out. Let's just say that. um so my mom, something like, please, please, please. It's like so loud. And also, I made a small script for this, but it's not like a big script. I'm gonna be honest. In the chair, oh, it's gonna piss me. Everything's gonna piss me off when I edit this. But I made a small script. It will not be fully script based. None of it will. If you want to see my typed up version of not only the podcast, but my notes on Let It Shine, and oh, the second episode of Bedroom Chats will be on My Fault London, which is not a Disney DCOM. It's a part of the Bedroom Chats working title. Bedroom Chats is the working title of that. But bedroom chats would not only be commentary. I would like someone to come in and maybe we either watch a movie together or we chat on my bed. Um, ooh, in my bed would be a nice chat. We could like sit in the covers and we'll chat about like life and stuff, because I really want to talk about. See, this is what I'm talking about. Anyways, my Fault in London will be the second episode of that, and it's not a Disney DCOM, but I did write out every note that I had for it, and it was okay. It was good. Like, listen out for it. It'll be the third episode of this podcast, but it will be second from the bedroom chats, like that. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. What I'm learning every single day. I'm learning how to do this podcast. I'm learning life. I'm learning how to edit. I'm learning everything. If you think this is not good, it's okay. Honestly, I've been learning not only how to be independent, but also how to not care what anybody thinks about me, about my life, about things that I want to do. I'm not going to get these opportunities if I keep shying away. So, this is what I like to call it, my private story public. Because I'm going to be honest, I talk like this in my private story. I can go on for hours. I literally will chat about something, come back, and then do it again. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm done. And I'm not done. But let's talk about the layout of the podcast. Okay, let's talk about the layout of the pod a little bit. So, I am going to mainly try to do 30 minutes, like I said, for more of a commute based. If it's the only thing that will be an hour long or hours long are the movies and the commentary. So, working title, bedroom chats. Those will be the only things that are long. If they are long, it'll be because it's really emotional. There's so many things to say about it, but I'm gonna try to break things up into 30 minutes each, not just because I want episodes. That's not true. If I wanted episodes, I'll just write more stuff. Um, but it's because I want it to be able to be easily accessible, easily heard. I just want it to be fast and easy because one thing about me is I don't have the attention span to watch something for an hour. 30 minutes is my cap. I could watch a movie for an hour. I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch it. But if it's a podcast, if it's a video, I'm not going to be entertained that long. I'm going to be honest. And I know a lot of people can't be. So this is my way of doing that. Um, oh, the sunlight is going down. Eh. Even though I don't think I'll upload the video of this, but there is a video. Let me know if you want to see it, but it'll be just audio really for me because I'm gonna be doing a lot of this just not fully dressed up, and I'm not right now either. But anyways, back to the setup. Here are gonna be a couple not only talking points but topics that I want to feature. I really do want to talk about dating, and what it's like to be a late bloomer or a wallflower a little bit, and how dating and being a wallflower as a black girl is a little bit different, and how this new day and age in this year that we live in is completely different than honestly when my mom was my age, when my sister was my age, when you know, my brother was his age. Like, we live in different generations, and that dating is so different. Like, no, I'm gonna save that for the topics, but and then also I want to talk about living in New York. I want to talk about how it is and how it feels to be a native New Yorker in a very culturally rich neighborhood that is also having really bad pushouts of the native people. I've been here a long time. We moved in the same apartment for a long time, and my mom's been here all her life, I believe. My dad was not a native New Yorker. I tell him he is, well, he's not here anymore. We will not be talking about that. Oh, let me preface my dad did not leave me. He is dead. Please. I don't need those daddy issue comments. I have enough. I have enough things going on that is not what's going on. Anyways, that also stems from growing up black and how my childhood affected me. So we'll trauma dump a little bit, even though I don't feel like I'm ever a trauma dumper. I'm always the person that gets trauma dumped on, and I think it's my personality, and I also attribute a lot of things to being a Pisces. I feel like Pisces are very well bred listeners, and we have a lot of empathy for people because we love so hard. And I really felt that I'm very much an empathic person. Like, I realized someone that I was dating didn't need a someone to date. They needed a friend, and I made myself their friend in the most fucking weirdest way ever. But like, it was like, this is what you need, and I'd rather give that to you than take what I need as a romantic partner, which which also I need to get better at. I need to take what I want and just do those things. Anyways, um, we will be talking about makeup. We will be talking about skincare. We will be talking about fragrance. I am big on those three things. If you do end up following me on other platforms like Instagram, which is parker.kayani. We will talk about my name at one point. We will talk about it. Not right now. we'll talk about it. Um, and TikTok, I think, yeah. First of all, on all these platforms, I can't get my name, but on my Instagram for this podcast channel, which is perfectly underscore Parker 16, it has my name on it. It has my name on it. But when I tried to get my name for my own personal Instagram, it wouldn't let me. Like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. It would not let me get my name, just my name, no nothing. And not on TikTok either, but my TikTok, well, I think I did have my name on TikTok. Or I think I had like a nickname and I tried to get my name and it didn't work. Anyways, right now my current TikTok is at Stargirl2444, which 444 is like the angel numbers and my angel numbers, I believe. Uh, that's enough. First of all, go check out my TikToks. They're cute. And the repost, they're funny. You'll get it. We are the moment. We live in the moment. We are it, babe. Anyways, I do want to talk some new makeup releases on here, makeup news, fragrance news. I do want to talk about hopes and dreams, not only just for myself, but for other people. And we're going to talk about burnout because burnout is the reason why I not only did start this podcast, but I always thought it would be my self expression and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm here right now in 2025. Okay. It, burnout is real and burnout could be hard and could be difficult, but it's also sometimes a pushing and a driving force to get you to do what you always wanted to do. And maybe I'll recap some story. Now I'm going to talk about a lot of story times. We got to be real on here. We got to be honest. And then last but not least, I really want to talk about like at the end of the year recap of what 2025 did for me because the first 3 months have been amazing and I hope the whole year is like this and I just keep striving for the best. But that's all I got for this podcast. Next up in the next episode, specifically for this, would be episode 2. It would be about pet peeves. Um, I'm gonna give you one right now before we even start. You know what my biggest pet peeve is? When someone walks really slow in front of me, and as a New Yorker, it irritates me bad. And then the other day, me and my friend went to Soho. She didn't want to go, but I did kind of force her to go, and we had a great time though. Not gonna lie. So she loved it. Anyways, um, we were walking. It was us, and then there was like a group of like 4 or 5 girls behind us too. But there were 2 guys in front of us. Actually, I'll say 2 white guys in front of us, and we're all walking, and it was perfectly fun. They weren't too slow, not too fast. It was perfect. We're all vibing. All of a sudden, the 2 guys stop, so then we have to stop, and then it makes the other girl stop, and they fully turn around, looked at each other, then looked back to where we were, and we're like, oh, we're going the wrong way, or something like that. And then I think they proceeded to like go cut right in between me and my friend and the girls, and we were like, "What the fuck? You can't do that." We were like, "Why the fuck would they do that? Like, you literally cannot just stop in the middle of the street, well, the sidewalk, but you know what I mean, you know, and just fully turn around. Like, are you a tourist?" They were not giving tourists; they were like giving, "We live here." Okay, one and two. Do you not have common sense? That's what I need people. That's what I need people to get in 2025. Common sense. You do not do that. And if you go to the side. You never do that. You never do that. And that irritated me to no end. And then I don't even know those girls. Those girls didn't even know me. But me and my friend started walking and we were talking and then the girls were talking and I was like, right, why would he do that? Because now I have to curse you out because you're making me look stupid. Like it's like somebody making you trip and fall. Like now I have to curse you out because now I'm on the floor. Like, no, thank you. Anyways, we didn't know those girls, but we chatted with them for like two-ish minutes about them, and it was like that just pissed me off. Like our good day is being ruined. First of all, our day was so good, but it was like so slow because I like it. I did tell her we were going window shopping, and we actually were window shopping, and I was like, girl. She's like, what? That's what you said. And I was like, I lied. I lied. Where's the money spending? And then I ended up getting that Cosmic by Kylie. You know, Cosmic 2.0, sorry. Cosmic 2.0. And I spent $50 on that. Yeah, and then Ulta was like, oh, that doesn't apply. If I would have known that $10 off $50 didn't apply to fragrance, which is so fucking stupid because I read the thing and it didn't say that. I would have used it a week ago when I spent $50 there. Like they're pissing me off. Ulta is starting to piss me off real bad. I think their point system, they have messed it up. They have messed up their point system. It's not the same. And Sephora's point system is off. Why do I need 500 points to get $10 off? It should be 100. If I have 100 points, I get $10 off. Why do I have to wait to get to 500? It's so low. Like it's like you don't want me to spend money there. I will spend money when you have a good sale on stuff. And no, I'm not talking about the Sephora stuff because that is ass. When are we going to go up from that 20, 30% off? We need to hike up the percentage. You give me half off, you give me 50% off, I'm going to go blow a bag. But if you give me 10% off, 15, you think I'm buying something? No. No. And then that'd be the time of the year all those girls are like, oh, go get a Dyson. You're getting a Dyson with 20% off? That's literally like tax and then some. And the Dyson is $500. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you... anyways, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, that's all for today. Bye, guys. Love ya. Take care.